Welcome to Vietnam, a land where tradition and progress walk hand in hand. Look, I've been to a lot of places. I've eaten a lot of weird stuff. My dad would call this trip a good deal, not because it's cheap, but because what you get back is so much more than what you put in. For 5 days, I'm swapping my usual LA grind for something different. We're talking about a place that's been through it all, and you can feel it. It's not just in the history books. It's in the steam rising from a bowl of pho on a plastic stool. It's in the smile of a lady rowing a boat with her feet. It's in the absolute, beautiful chaos of 1,000 motorbikes, all thinking they have the right of way. Spoiler alert, they all do. This isn't just about ticking off landmarks from a checklist. Nah, that's for amateurs. This is about finding the real Vietnam, or at least my version of it. It's about diving headfirst into the controlled chaos, trying to understand how a country with such a heavy past can feel so incredibly alive and optimistic. It's about the people. It's always about the people. From the ancient emperors to the guy selling me a banh mi that changed my life for like $2, this journey is about connecting with that spirit. It's about the stories whispered in ancient temples and shouted over the roar of a scooter engine. So, buckle up, or don't, because nobody else seems to be. We're about to jump into a whirlwind tour of Vietnam, from the historic streets of Hanoi to the dragon-guarded bridges of Da Nang. We're going to eat, we're going to explore, and we're probably going to get a little lost. And that's the whole point, right? To find something you weren't even looking for. This is Vietnam in 5 days. Let's see what kind of deal we can find. So you land in Hanoi, and the first thing that hits you isn't the humidity, though that's a close second. It's the sound. It's a symphony of 1,000,000 motorbikes, a constant buzzing energy that tells you this city is awake. It's not just noise, it's the city's heartbeat. I'm standing in the old quarter, and it feels like I've walked onto a movie set where the director just yelled action, and everyone is improvising their lines at once. Wires hang overhead like tangled spaghetti. Vendors are yelling. Smells of grilling pork and strong coffee are fighting for attention. It's beautifully overwhelming. It's the kind of chaos that makes you feel more alive. You see these old guys just chilling on tiny plastic stools, playing chess like they've got all the time in the world, right next to a startup kid on his laptop in a hip new cafe. That's Hanoi for you. It's this incredible mashup of old and new, right in your face. I'm walking past the Hoan Kiem Lake, and there's this ancient-looking turtle tower in the middle, shrouded in legend, while a group of teenagers is practicing a K-pop dance routine on the shore. You can't make this stuff up. The city doesn't just preserve its history in museums, it lives alongside it. And the food. Oh man, the food. Forget fine dining, the best stuff is on the street. I found this lady. Probably been making bun cha in the same spot for 50 years. She doesn't speak a word of English. I don't speak a word of Vietnamese. But we had a full conversation. I pointed at the sizzling meat. She smiled. I handed her some money, and she handed me a bowl of heaven. That's a universal language right there. Sitting on a tiny stool, knees up to my chin, slurping noodles next to a stranger. That's when you feel the real city. You start to notice the details. The French colonial buildings, with their peeling yellow paint, standing proudly next to narrow modern tube houses. The way people can carry an impossible amount of stuff on a single scooter. I saw a guy with a whole family of 4, plus the groceries. It's a testament to their ingenuity, their ability to just make things work. Every corner you turn, there's a story. A faded propaganda poster, a hidden temple tucked away in an alley, a woman selling fruit from 2 baskets balanced on a bamboo pole. I stopped by the Temple of Literature, a place dedicated to Confucius. It's this oasis of calm, right in the middle of the city's madness. You walk through these ancient stone gates, and suddenly the sound of the horns fades away, replaced by the rustle of leaves and quiet whispers. You see these massive stone turtles, each carrying a stele with the names of scholars from centuries ago. It's like the city is reminding you, hey, amidst all this progress, don't forget where you came from. Don't forget the importance of learning and respect. My first day ends how it began, on a tiny plastic stool. This time, it's with an egg coffee. Yeah, you heard me. Egg coffee. It sounds weird, I know. My dad would probably say, why you put egg in coffee? Just drink coffee. But it's this creamy, sweet, tiramisu-like concoction that's just perfect. It's another one of those Hanoi inventions, born out of necessity during a time of shortage. It's resourceful, it's delicious, and it's a story in a cup. As the sun sets, the city doesn't quiet down. It just changes its tune. The lights come on, the night markets open up, and a new wave of energy takes over. You realize Hanoi isn't a city you just see. It's a city you have to taste, you have to listen to, you have to feel. It doesn't just show you its landmarks, it slowly, chaotically, and deliciously reveals its soul. You just have to be willing to pull up a tiny stool and let it happen. You leave, feeling like you've barely scratched the surface, but you've got a real sense of the place. It's a city that's constantly moving forward, but has this deep, deep respect for its past. It's a beautiful contradiction. It's loud, it's hectic, but it's also incredibly soulful and welcoming. Hanoi doesn't just welcome you, it pulls you in, messes you up a little bit, and sends you off with a full belly and a head full of stories. A pretty good deal, if you ask me. Alright, so after the beautiful madness of Hanoi, I needed a bit of a palate cleanser. My producer said we're going to a place called Ninh Binh, and people call it Ha Long Bay, on land. I'm thinking, okay, cool, less chance of falling into the water. But man, nothing prepares you for this. The moment you arrive, the volume of the world just gets turned down. The motorbike horns are replaced by the gentle sound of oars dipping into the water and the chirping of birds you didn't even know existed. It's like walking into a painting. We get on this little rowboat, a sampan they call it. And the person rowing? It's this small, incredibly strong woman. And she's rowing with her feet. Her feet! I'm sitting there, this big clumsy guy who can barely walk and chew gum at the same time. And she's gracefully steering us through this maze of limestone karsts with her toes. She's smiling, not breaking a sweat. It's humbling, man. It's this incredible display of skill and strength, done with such quiet grace. I tried to offer to help, and she just laughed. Point taken. The boat ride takes you through Tam Kok, which means 3 caves. You're gliding on this emerald green river that snakes through bright green rice paddies, and these giant jungle-covered mountains just shoot straight up out of the ground on either side of you. It feels prehistoric. You half expect a pterodactyl to fly overhead. Then, the river just disappears into the mountain. You have to duck your head as the boat glides into these dark, cool caves. It's a little spooky, a little thrilling, and then you emerge back into the blindingly bright, beautiful landscape. This place teaches you a lesson in perspective. In the city, everything is about speed and noise. Here, the only thing that matters is the rhythm of the oars and the slow, steady pace of the river. You see locals fishing, kids waving from the riverbanks, goats climbing on the side of these impossible cliffs. It's a simpler way of life, but it feels so complete. It makes you question all the stuff you think is so important back home. Do I really need to answer that email right now? Probably not. The goats don't care. After the boat, We headed to Beach Dong Pagoda. It's a series of temples built right into the side of a mountain. To get there, you cross this beautiful stone bridge over a lotus pond. It's like something out of a kung fu movie. You climb these stone steps, higher and higher, through different levels of the pagoda. Each level gives you a better view of the valley below. It's quiet. It's spiritual. You see monks in their saffron robes. You smell the incense burning. It's a place that asks you to be still, to just breathe and take it all in. The main event, though, was Mua Cave. Now, they call it a cave, but the real prize is what's on top of the mountain. It's a climb of about 500 steps. And let me tell you, in the Vietnamese humidity, that's not a walk in the park. I was sweating in places I didn't know I had. But every time I stopped to catch my breath, the view got more and more insane. You push through, you get to the top, and wow. Just wow. You can see the entire landscape, the river winding through the mountains, the patchwork of rice fields. It's epic. There's a giant stone dragon up there, just looking out over everything. Standing at the top of Mua Cave, looking down at the world, you get it. You understand the power of stillness. The mountains have been here for millions of years. The river has been carving its path for just as long. They're not in a hurry. And for a moment, neither are you. All the noise from Hanoi, from my life back in LA, it just melted away. It was just me, the dragon, and this incredible, silent, powerful landscape. It's a different kind of good deal. The price is a bit of sweat, but the payoff is a sense of peace that's priceless. Ninh Binh doesn't shout at you like Hanoi does. It whispers. It invites you to slow down, to look closer, to listen to the silence. It's a reminder that some of the most powerful and beautiful things in the world are the ones that have been here the longest, the ones that don't need to make a lot of noise to be noticed. It's a deep, calming breath for the soul. And after the beautiful chaos of the city, it was exactly what I needed. From the natural tranquility of Ninh Binh, we jump on a flight to the center of the country, to Hue. If Hanoi is the loud, energetic teenager, and Ninh Binh is the wise, silent grandparent, then Hue is like the sophisticated, slightly haunted aunt, who has seen some things. This was the capital of Vietnam during the Nguyen dynasty, the home of emperors. And you feel that history the second you arrive. The air here feels heavier, more thoughtful. The pace is slower than Hanoi, more deliberate. It's a city that seems to be whispering stories of its past. Our first stop is the big one, the Imperial Citadel. It's this massive complex of walls, gates, and palaces, surrounded by a moat. It's basically Vietnam's Forbidden City. Walking through the No Man Gate, the main entrance, you can't help but feel small. You imagine the emperor being carried through here, thousands of subjects bowing down. It's grand, it's imposing, and it's also scarred. You can see the bullet holes and shrapnel marks from the wars. It's not a perfectly preserved museum. It's a survivor. Inside, you wander through these vast courtyards and crumbling pavilions. Some parts are beautifully restored, with vibrant colors and intricate dragon carvings. Other parts are just ruins, reclaimed by nature, with grass growing through the floor tiles. It's a powerful contrast. It's like the city is telling you, we were glorious, we were powerful, but we also suffered, and we're still here. You can almost hear the ghosts of the past, the emperors, the concubines, the soldiers, all walking these grounds with you. Of course, you can't talk about a Vietnamese city without talking about the food. And in Hue, the food is fit for a king, literally. This is the home of imperial cuisine. I had a bowl of bun bo hue, the city's signature noodle soup. It's spicier and more complex than pho. It's got this rich, lemongrass-infused broth, thick noodles, and all kinds of delicious meaty bits. You eat it, and you can just taste the history, the refinement. This isn't just peasant food. This is a dish that was perfected in the royal kitchens. We met this local historian, an old man who has lived in Hou his whole life. He didn't speak with grand pronouncements. He spoke with a quiet, gentle wisdom. He told us that to understand Hue, you have to understand the perfume river, which flows through the city. He said the river is like the city's soul. It moves slowly, it reflects the sky, and it has carried the stories of the city for centuries. It's a poetic way to look at it, but standing on the riverbank, it makes perfect sense. Then we visited the royal tombs, which are scattered in the hills outside the city. These aren't just graves. They are entire complexes, like miniature palaces, for the afterlife. We went to the tomb of Kai Din, and it was insane. From the outside, it looks like this gray, concrete, Gothic-looking thing. But you walk inside, and it's this explosion of color and detail, with intricate mosaics made from thousands of tiny pieces of glass and porcelain. It's a perfect reflection of the emperor himself, a guy who loved French architecture, but was still a Vietnamese king. The feeling in Hue is different from anywhere else. It's not a city that's trying to impress you with its energy or its modernity. It's confident in its own story. It's a city for reflection. You find yourself walking slower, thinking more. You look at the women in their traditional Ao Dai dresses, gracefully riding their bicycles along the river, and it feels timeless. It's a beauty that is subtle, elegant, and deeply rooted in a proud, if complicated history. Leaving Hue, I felt like I just read a really profound book. It didn't give me all the answers, but it left me with a lot of important questions. It's a city that doesn't just show you its history. It makes you feel the weight of it, the glory of it, and the ghost of it. It's a quiet whisper from Vietnam's royal past, reminding you that empires rise and fall, but the spirit of a place, its stories and its flavors, can endure forever. After the solemn historical vibes of Hue, we drive down the coast, over the spectacular Hai Van Pass, and descend into Hoi An. And let me tell you, it's like stepping into a fairy tale. The moment you enter the ancient town, it's like the whole world shifts into this warm, golden yellow hue. The buildings, the sunlight, the atmosphere, everything is just glowing. This place used to be a major trading port, a melting pot of cultures, and you can still feel that cosmopolitan, welcoming spirit. The first thing you notice are the lanterns. They are everywhere, hanging from every shop, every restaurant, every temple. During the day, they are these beautiful, colorful silk creations. But at night, at night the town transforms. The streets, which are closed to motorbikes, are filled with people just strolling. And the entire town is lit up by the soft, magical glow of thousands of these lanterns. It's romantic, it's enchanting, it's just straight up beautiful. We got up early one morning to see the town before the crowds. The sun was just rising, casting this soft light on the Thu Bon River. We saw fishermen casting their nets in the traditional way, their boats silhouetted against the morning sky. The market was already bustling with life, a kaleidoscope of fresh produce, fragrant herbs, and the lively chatter of vendors. It's in these quiet morning moments that you feel the real beating heart of Hoi An, a town that has been waking up like this for centuries. I decided to get a suit made. Hoi An is famous for its tailors. You walk in, they take your measurements, you pick a fabric, and 24 hours later, you have a custom-made suit. It's insane. I went to this family-run shop, and the tailor, a woman probably in her 60s, measured me up with the speed and precision of a surgeon. It's another example of that Vietnamese skill and efficiency. They're artists. Getting a suit here isn't just a transaction. It's an experience, a conversation. It's a good deal that you can wear. We spent an afternoon with a lantern maker. He was this old man with hands that showed a lifetime of working with bamboo and silk. He showed us the whole process, from splitting the bamboo into thin strips to carefully stretching the silk over the frame. He told us that for him, each lantern isn't just an object, it's a little piece of light and happiness that he's sending out into the world. He said a lantern is a symbol of hope and good fortune. You can see the passion and the pride in his work. The architecture here is amazing. It's a unique blend of Vietnamese, Chinese, and Japanese styles, with a little bit of French colonial thrown in. You can see it in the Japanese covered bridge, with its own little temple inside, or in the old merchant houses, with their dark wood and intricate carvings. Each building has a story, a history of trade, of family, of different cultures coming together in this one special place. It's a living museum where you can actually go inside and have a cup of tea. As evening fell, we took part in one of Hoi An's most beautiful traditions, releasing a lantern on the river. You buy a small, candle-lit paper lantern from one of the vendors, usually a young child or an old woman, and you get on a small boat. You make a wish and gently place your lantern on the water, watching it float away to join a river of 1,000 other tiny lights. It's a simple act, but it's incredibly moving. You're surrounded by all these little flames, all these hopes and dreams floating together in the darkness. Hoi An feels like a town that's been preserved in amber. It's a place that consciously decided to hold on to its charm, its beauty, and its traditions. It's a feast for the senses, the sight of the lanterns, the taste of the local cow lao noodles, the feel of the silk, the sound of the river. It's a town that reminds you of the magic in the world, the importance of art, and the simple beauty of a single light shining in the darkness. Every lantern really does tell a story, and the whole town is a library of light. For our last day, we head to Da Nang, just a short drive from Hoi An, but it feels like jumping 100 years into the future. If Hoi An is a beautifully preserved memory, Da Nang is a bold, ambitious vision of what's next for Vietnam. This city is booming. You see gleaming skyscrapers, modern bridges that are works of art, and this incredible energy of progress and optimism. It's where the ancient marble mountains stand guard over a city that is racing towards the horizon. We started the day at Mai Kay Beach, one of the most beautiful city beaches I've ever seen. The sun was rising, painting the sky in these insane shades of orange and pink. The sand was white and powdery, and the water was crystal clear. But it wasn't empty. It was filled with locals, not tourists, locals. They were doing their morning exercises, playing volleyball, swimming, just starting their day with this incredible joy and energy. It was a powerful sight, a community celebrating the start of a new day in this beautiful place. Then we tackled the Marble Mountains. These are 5 limestone and marble hills, each named after one of the 5 elements. We climbed up Water Mountain, and it was a labyrinth of caves, tunnels, and temples hidden inside the mountain itself. You'd be walking through a dark passage, and then suddenly emerge into a massive cavern with a giant Buddha statue, illuminated by a shaft of light from above. It was mystical, like something out of Indiana Jones. It's a sacred place that feels ancient and powerful, right on the edge of this super modern city. From the ancient, we went to the ultra-modern Ba Na Hills. You take this cable car to get there, and it holds the world record for the longest non-stop single-track cable car. The ride itself is breathtaking, floating high above the jungle canopy, and when you get to the top, it's wild. There's this French-style village up there, like a little piece of Disneyland on a Vietnamese mountaintop. And of course, there's the main attraction, the Golden Bridge, held up by two giant stone hands. It's an incredible feat of engineering and artistry. Walking on that bridge, you feel like you're being held in the hands of a god, looking out over the world. It's become this iconic symbol of the new Vietnam. Bold, creative, and not afraid to dream big. It's a little surreal, a little over the top, but you can't help but be impressed by the sheer audacity of it. This is a country that is not just catching up to the world, it's creating destinations that the world wants to come and see. We spent the evening talking to a young entrepreneur, a woman who started her own tech company in Da Nang. She was so full of passion and hope. She told us that for her generation, the war is something they read about in history books. They see Vietnam as a country of opportunity, a place where you can build anything if you work hard enough. She said Da Nang is the perfect example of that spirit. It respects its past, with the mountains and the sea, but it is fiercely focused on building a bright future. As night fell, we watched the Dragon Bridge. Yes, it's a bridge shaped like a giant golden dragon that snakes across the river. And on weekend nights, it literally breathes fire and water. It's a spectacle. It's fun. It's a little ridiculous. And the whole city comes out to watch it. It's a celebration of their identity, their mythology, and their modern engineering prowess, all at once. It's a perfect symbol for this city. Da Nang was the perfect end to this trip. It's a city that encapsulates the entire journey. It has the history and spirituality of the Marble Mountains, the natural beauty of the sea, and this unstoppable, forward-looking energy. It shows you that Vietnam isn't just one thing. It's not just its past, its traditions, or its food. It's all of those things, plus this incredible, inspiring drive to build a better tomorrow. It leaves you feeling not just impressed, but genuinely hopeful. So, 5 days. It feels like a lifetime, and no time at all. We started in the beautiful chaos of Hanoi, found peace in the prehistoric landscapes of Ninh Binh, listened to the ghosts of emperors in Hue, and got enchanted by the fairy tale lights of Hoi An. We ended here, in Da Nang, a city with its head in the clouds, and its feet planted firmly in the future. It's been a whirlwind, a sensory overload in the best possible way. I've eaten things I can't pronounce, met people I'll never forget, and seen things that pictures will never do justice to. In 5 days, we crossed rivers, climbed peaks, tasted stories, and walked in the footprints of kings and fishermen. But Vietnam leaves you with something deeper, a memory etched in colors, sounds, and hearts. It's the taste of the impossibly good coffee, the sound of a million motorbikes in harmony, the warmth of the lanterns in Hoi An, the kindness in the eyes of a stranger who shares their table with you. It's the resilience you feel in the ancient walls, and the optimism you see in the young faces. This country gets under your skin. It's not just a trip. It's an experience that changes your perspective. You come here expecting to see a country, and you leave feeling like you've connected with its soul. The real good deal of Vietnam isn't how far your money goes. It's how far the country takes you. It's a place of incredible beauty, profound history, and an unstoppable spirit. And that's a memory that's worth more than anything. Thanks for coming along. Now, I gotta go find a real-size chair to sit on.